To give you more depth on our top story now, that news that came through today that Russia's military says one of its airstrikes was responsible for killing a key Islamic State leader, Abu Muhammad al-Adnani. Let's go live to Jonathan Steele, international affairs commentator. As many of our guests have been saying, Jonathan, so far today, this is a big deal for ISIS. He was way up in their line of command there, wasn't he? They're going to have to regroup after this, I suppose.
They will. He was considered the second most prominent face in IS, apart from the leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. And he was in charge of propaganda, and he very recently put out video messages calling on these so-called lone wolves in European countries like France and Belgium and Germany to take law into their own hands and kill people.
And that's exactly what we saw over the summer as well. How easy or difficult is it going to be for ISIL to replace him, bearing in mind that we've heard he's one of a number lately of top-line commanders there, people in charge, who've been taken out of the picture?
Well, that's a very good question, and I think the answer is probably it can be done. He can be replaced. These organizations are very versatile and very flexible, and if somebody goes down, then somebody else comes up to take their place. It's not a tremendously sophisticated operation. It just means going on the air or going on social media and calling on people to take action. So it doesn't require tremendous skill, but you become a prominent face while it's happening, and then if you're eliminated, another face will emerge. But
away along the line here, of course, ISIL soon stood out, didn't it, for its media savviness, so to speak. These awful videos we've been seeing, the way it used new technology. Was this the guy behind that?
I think he probably was, yes, because he's been operating for at least 3 or 4 years with ISIS, and he started in Iraq as part of the Al-Qaeda affiliate of Abu al-Zarqawi. And then he moved over to ISIS when they split from Al-Qaeda. So he's been doing this for a long time, and but as I say, he can be replaced very quickly.
And as far as the battlefront in Syria is concerned, with him gone now, is it going to make any difference to what's happening there?
I don't think so, no. I mean, he wasn't actually very often in the Aleppo area. He spent a lot of time in Raqqa. They'll, as I say, they'll find somebody else to do the work, which is not sophisticated work. It just needs people who are willing to sacrifice themselves in order to blow up the scores of other people.
Of course, a lot of people are wondering now what's going to be the retaliation, what's going to happen next as far as ISIS is concerned. Already they've threatened to retaliate. Yeah, you think that's going to happen?
Well, I'm sure they won't be happy that they've lost him, but they've admitted it. Often they don't admit these things, and they're often claimed by Americans and others that they've eliminated this or that top leader, and it's never really proved. At this time, at least, they've confirmed it, although, again, you know, it could be a trick. They could pretend to confirm it and then suddenly, in a month's time, have him pop up again and say, no, he was here after all, and we fooled you.
Yeah, this news came out yesterday, of course. Then the Pentagon said that it was the US-led coalition that had carried out this strike that had knocked this guy out. But today, but there were no more details on that. Today we heard a very firm other line on it from Russia saying, no, it was their airstrikes. Either which way, what does it say about the cooperation between America and Russia here? Should it be better?
Well, I think it shows there's a bit of rivalry here. I mean, the Pentagon version did say that they were conducting an airstrike in the Al-Bab region. Al-Bab is sort of slightly to the northeast of Aleppo, some miles away, whereas the statement from ISIL itself, from Daesh itself, said that he was killed while surveying operations near Aleppo. So it may be that the Russian statement is closer to the truth, but either way, the two sides should, as you said in your question, be cooperating. They agree that there's the same enemy, they're both fighting ISIL, and it's silly in a way to get into competitive arguments over who's doing what.
Jonathan Steele, international affairs commentator, thanks for being with us.